Alright. By the way, I am now broadcasting. I'm going to turn off my phone screen. You can find me either on YouTube, same way you found me on Facebook, same name, or you can go to the Live from PlayStation, I believe it is, and you can find me from from people you're following. Oh, that's right, I am appearing offline, aren't I? Let me fix that then. Online status, online. There we go. There we go. Probably because you've been up all night. Wouldn't be surprised. Nope. Sometimes you get too excited about something though, and you got no, and you just, if time just flies and you don't realize you're up all night until you are. Like, the last thing you remember is, oh, the sun's going down. The next thing you noticed, oh, the sun's coming up. Oh shit, you know? I've had that happen. Alright, let me know when you're seeing my broadcast. Which way are you looking it up? YouTube or the PSN Live? Alright. Live on PSN, you should have gone to following, and there should have been a listing that I am that I'm broadcasting live. I apologize, I just went and switched back to showing as online. Alright. So, I just walked off of the bed. You can't actually, the new pod actually. You can't actually sleep in them, but you can use them to teleport to other pods or beds, you know? The rug is a new thing that they came out with in Aberration. I have all tech here. That's a vault, obviously. Huge storage space. I spawned all this stuff in. Refrigerators, industrial grill, the tech power source, or tech generator, I should say. You know. This otter, you could I colored my stuff, by the way. The otter is basically an original creature. It's one of the later original creatures from Islands, but this one is a glowing version. You'll notice it's called Aberrant Otter. Its back there, the red is actually kind of glowing. That is a gas collector. It's probably full. It is actually quite full. Sheep. I think the only real difference is that the white on it is a little brighter than the original, but it's an aberrant ovis, or sheep. This one you can tell is an aberrant because its spikes are actually glowing. You know, everything that's aberrant usually that had an original usually has some amount of glowing that's aberrant. By the way, that's good for collecting metal and flint. Aberrant Equus. Equus is obviously basically a horse. The red is more vibrant in it. That's the only thing I can think of. Well, there's some white in it that usually wouldn't be there. Aberrant Raptor. Glowing marks. This is an aberrant-based creature, but it does not have glowing on it. It's a Ravager. I think it comes up in stealth. It does stealth stuff, so it's not gonna glow. Basically. What's this guy remind you of? It kind of reminds me of a pug mixed with a fish, with an angler fish. He's one of the 4 shoulder companions that you can pet and light your world. I've got something around there I'll show you in a little bit. Let's see. Oh. The way you say it just makes it sound so painful. This little guy is... This little guy is basically a lizard with, Why are your options not showing up? Oh, because you've got poop piled up all on you. Damn it. Lizard with wings. Pet it, lights up. That is not an aberrant Quetzal. That is not an aberrant anything. That's an original Quetzal. Largest bird, basically, in the game. Can pick up most dinos, unless it's literally too large. This is new with Aberration. It's a giant crab. And, yes, you are actually able to ride the motherfucker. Most dinos have, most dinos that you can mount up on have 3 attacks. One dino I'm going to show you, it's actually 1 attack and 2 other abilities. Let's see, here's one. This has a rolling capability, much like the Doedicurus from the original game. The Doedicurus, you could roll up and move faster with it. But that's about all the Doedicurus's roll was about, was moving faster and rolling away from your enemies. This thing, you roll up and you're a bulldozer. Or not unstoppable force. You come across trees, rocks, anything. It'll roll right through them. Break them. Yep. It looks to have passenger room for 2. Alright, this is my favorite, the cutest of the little companions that you can pick up. Glowhorn. Basically a little goat that you can pick up and carry around. Shoulder, yeah. As you can tell by the charge up there, there's one more. By the way, the high is not new to with Aberration. It came out with the Ragnarok map. It flies, yes. It has the capability of picking up relatively small creatures. It can dive bomb to the ground for its attacks. You know, if you build one right, you can be quite the aerial attacker. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, where is it? The final shoulder companion. You didn't lose connection to my gameplay, did you? Because I'm getting the notification. Alright. Okay. The bird that lights up. Also a shoulder companion. It's rather pretty, in my opinion. Alright, I'm about to show you one of my favorites for this aberration content. You'll notice that it's my favorite because I have 1, 2, and 3 of them. I'll take them out a little later. This one has abilities instead of attacks mostly. Like, it has an attack, but it has a couple of abilities. Now, I'm going to tell you about a dino that recently enough came out had sticky feet, basically. You'll see why I'm talking about that later. For now, I'm going to show you, I just kind of spawned one of these in. There is an aberrant version, but the code wasn't existent for me to use, or didn't work. So I just spawned in a normal one. The Reaper King. And I'm showing all 3 attacks. I don't know how easy it is to capture one of those and tame one, but I wouldn't expect it to be easy. Not by a long shot. Oh no, that's not a T-Rex. That's not a T-Rex. I've got T-Rexes on another map. I've got at least one. Alright, I'm gonna zipline over to this cliff. Because, you know, ziplining is a new thing. The whole cliff building is a new thing. These did not originally exist in the game. Alright, let's see, there was something up here. Oh yes, my tech replicator. The replicator is basically a oh, my character doesn't know the stuff. But basically the replicator, it replaces almost every crafting table. Almost. There's a few that aren't replaced. Like, for example, I don't think it replaces the industrial forge. The industrial forge. For some reason I forgot what it was called for a moment there. Let's see. Oh, this one is just for the view. That is a beautiful view. Ah, this is actually a wild Doedicurus aberrant version because you notice that it kind of glows this orange color. I have not colored it. I didn't even spawn it in. As you can tell, it is a level 2. Oh, by the way, speaking of level 2, those rock drakes that I showed you over there, a level 2 took me about 3 or 4 hits with my 45,000 Griffin. It took 2 or 3 hits before I could kill it. If that says anything about how strong it is. This little ladder is also new. This one here. Because this ladder you'll see it momentarily. It actually stretched below the... There we go. This ladder retracts. That's what's new about it. Let's see. Yep, there's another pod. Now, fast traveling with beds is actually probably not a good idea. Unless you are literally just trying to get somewhere quickly, because it'll make you drop all your supplies. Everything you have in your inventory, you drop it. Oh, it's an earthquake. Earthquakes came with this particular map. With the earthquakes, sometimes some nice supplies drop or pop up out of the ground. Sometimes it's just, you know... Let's see, something popped up over here somewhere. Whatever. I keep hearing these little tink sounds. But I'm not seeing where they're popping up at. Oh, there's some wood. A gem just fell through the ground. You know. Oh, here's crystal, a green gem, and obsidian. The gems, by the way, are also new to Aberration. I've actually got a few things that are new to Aberration loot-wise in a vault in here, this one. Green, blue, and red gems. This fungal wood. All this congealed gas. And no, this stuff is not new. But charged batteries. And more fungal wood. All that stuff is new. Came with the Aberration. All that other stuff was that I said that wasn't. That's the that's element which powers and is also used to create tech. All right, this is my male Drake. I'm going to take him out for a ride. You may have noticed one of the abilities already. Now, before Aberration came out, there was 2 creatures that could climb up walls. Only one of which could climb up the ceiling, or could walk on the ceilings. Whoops. Yep. Let's see, here we go. So what I'm doing right now is exactly what it could do. But it couldn't turn invisible, and it had no idea about... Oh, I'm just gonna turn over and try that again. There we go. This has one more, like, there's its basic melee attack. There we go. It has one more capability that you haven't seen. Why is it not gliding? It's supposed to glide. Maybe it can't be stealth in order to do it. I don't know. It's supposed to be a gliding machine. I guess I'm not going fast enough. Oh, there we go. Yep, I had to go faster. It's a glider, not a flyer. But as you can see, I can make some pretty good distance just by gliding. Now, down there somewhere is actually where the boss is at. Nope, there's no boss on your side. The closest that you can even possibly get to having a boss on your side is if you can manage to have a tamed Titanosaur on your side, and that's the only one that... The thing about those is only one of those would show up in the islands map. Now, this is also the home of all of the rock drakes. You'll see here in a little bit. Let's see. Yep, there's a couple of stealthed ones right there. Let's see, I think that right there is actually where I want to go. But these low levels here were it would take my Griffin a few kills or a few bites to kill him. Just like a low level of these was a challenge for my Griffin. If that says anything about how strong these things are. Yep, this is where the boss is at. And basically what it would be is for the boss... By the way, hi, Captain. Oh, wait. Maybe Captain's already gone. My bad. Basically, for the boss, you come up to... hang on. You'd come over here. And access one of these things. And all that stuff in red I don't have. You'd have to put all of that, gather all of that stuff, put it into the inventory of this thing, and then you could activate it. This is for the hard one, but obviously there's medium and easy. And that's how you fight the boss. Is you put that stuff in and then you go in and like you can have up to 10 people join you. Okie dokie. Okay. Ooh, pearls right here, too. Didn't notice that before. Welcome back. I must have said it early. Too early for you to hear. Welcome back. Ricky, you know about Ark Survival? Well, I'm playing on Aberration, and I'm streaming it for David if you're interested in seeing it. Explains why you were playing it. Okay. Well, if and when you change your mind, I will be here. I'm trying to make my way back to the camp. Problem is, I keep getting lost. Easily done around here. Honestly, if I can... You know what? It's a little easy to get lost in here, and it's all underground. So you can't just fly up above everything. With the water, I know I'm going in the right direction. Thank you. You'll notice I don't have too many subscribers. That's because I don't hardly play or stream. Oh wow. Oh, by the way, there's a Spino fighting a croc. They don't fight two crocs actually. They don't know I'm here because of GM buff that I use. But the Spino just lost because I entered the fight. I think that is a ray. That's a manta ray underneath the water there. Yep, that's definitely. Ooh, hey, there's an earthquake. I didn't get to show you this down here. Why are my guns not on? Why are my guns not shooting this thing? No, there's turrets on the building. And that crab is too close. It should already be dead. Alright, time to change this. Let's see. That would explain why it's not shooting. They're all empty. Guess I'll find out. I can't remember if it takes ammo or not, or if it needs ammo. I could just climb up this thing if I wanted to, but I think I've activated it to come down. Be a while before I actually know. Yeah, it's coming down. I've got 2 of them here too. Elevators. Heat, heat, heat. Elevators. Surrounded by supports too. This is the biggest platform, by the way. And my creature takes up the entirety of it. Goes to tell you that you probably couldn't even get one of them crabs up and down this way. That's my greenhouse down there. I'll show you what's inside there in a little bit. When you go about collecting from like bushes and stuff, you get berries, fiber, but you also get seeds. And if it's a high enough demand berry, you can go about you can decide to take the seeds and grow your berries. Or there's 4 special ones that you can't get in raw form, or you can't get except if you grow them. Alright. You'll probably notice that I'm carrying a thing of gas with me, a stack of it. Come on. That's for the cable I went across earlier. Yep, that's the ziploc. Now, it only takes from my inventory when it itself runs out. I haven't even gone into third person yet to show you the new to show you the gear that came with the game, to the new expansion either. I'm sure you've noticed that the edging has this funkiness to it. That's because of the headgear I'm wearing. His game came out with DLC. By the way, I went and charged every single one of these green glowing batteries that are in here, in this vault. I went and charged every single one of them, and it completely wiped out everything. It completely wiped out the power source. You know you want to go down there. Yes! Finally. Okay. With GM buff, by the way, I won't take any damage. Like, GM buff, here's what it does. If you start out as a level 1, it gives you enough XP to max out completely. It makes you invisible to your enemies. In fact, the only reason I'm cloaked is so that when I dismount, it's not going to get into combat on me. And because it has a chance of chance of running off after enemies. But I am invisible, I am invincible, and I have maxed out all my XP. Alright, let's see. Guess it doesn't take that. You know, it probably takes shards, and I haven't spawned in any shards. That'll take a while. Yep, this one's probably the hardest map. Not the biggest, but definitely a challenge. I'm gonna put all this element back, and I'm probably gonna try and spawn in element shards, which is gonna take me a while because the keyboard's been on the fritz. Like, it just doesn't want to work or something. I think I'll also take this Drake back and get on something a little smaller. But no, the thing that you called a hyena, there's actually a hyena. And I can show you that on my islands map. Drake, did you really have to stop and take a shit? By the way, there is passenger room on each of these Drakes for one passenger as well. I don't know if you've noticed the saddle, how it looks. I'll just keep it there for now until I look it up. Because I don't quite remember if I need core blueprints or just skip to something else. Yes, baby girl, I love you. Right now's not a good time. Really, Ida, you're not going to listen to me. Lay down. Settle. Come over here. Stay. Oh my gosh, Ida. Really? Really? You're going to be all up in my business? Alright, sorry, I'm looking up the code right now. Oh, there goes. Alright, items. Yes, I know. Aberration has element ore, too. Oh, that's that green glowing stuff. Pretty sure of it. Alright. Element shard. Core blueprints resources. Alright. Dear Lord, I'm sorry about that. It's been a few days since I've turned turns this tablet on even. So, yeah. Um, having been off of it for a while, I was mentioning how how you sound better on your mic. He was mentioning David was mentioning how you're sounding better on your mic. Awesome. My husband's thinking about getting a new one for me and taking this one. We don't have the money for that. First, let's see if that worked. No, I did not. Somewhere along the lines, I got it wrong. I don't see that I've done anything wrong with the code. And yet it's not giving anything. Oh yeah. Ooh. Jeez. That's what I had wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I figured out what I had wrong in the code. I had a B where a P was supposed to be. So I'm currently making sure I get a lot of this element shard. Quite the good jumper, isn't it? That's what it was. It's also killing all the fish in the water, too. Fish actually, when it comes to food, fish lasts longer, but I think even the cooked fish isn't as filling when it comes to a survival point of view. It doesn't last as long. I'm gonna see if I can add another 0 to that. A couple zeros. Get bigger stacks. Yep, that crab is totally dead now. Alright, you hungry, buddy? Let's see how hungry. Well, you don't have as much meat on you anymore. I guess we can feed you. There you go. Now to show you what I got going on here. This is let's see. This is long grass. Basically, it looks like corn. Rock carrot. Savor root, which means it basically looks like potato, I think. Citronal, which is basically oranges. Yep, earthquake, you can tell. Let's see, this is an X-plant. Good for trapping and capturing, I think. No, wait, this one's a turret, basically. It's inside, so it's not attacking anything. This is the Y species, I believe. If I can... Yep, the Y species. This is actually the trapper, if you put it outside. And this is the newest thing, the Z species. I have no idea. I've yet to find out about it. Oh, it's still registering as someone else's. Hang on. There we go. Hmm. Huh. Look familiar? That's exactly what I'm writing. Oh, this thing can't even attack underwater. Holy shit. And that's some big fish. It cannot attack when it's swimming. All them dead fish. I'm gonna have to get something bigger down here. Or something else, anyways. I'm not bringing the Ankylo because I already know that I'm gonna be way too fast to control it, and besides, it doesn't eat meat, so I'm not even gonna bother with that shit. Hi there, baby girl. Oh, you're such a cute little thing, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Talking to my puppy who's all up in my business again. All up in my business, aren't you? You're just so cute, aren't you? Worst thing is, she knows it. Yes, baby girl, I know you're there and I love you, but I am busy. Alright. Looks like I'm taking this guy down. Probably could use some meat anyways. Yeah, he's getting kind of low. Yep, it sure is. He barely even fits on the elevator. I mean, look at this. He is huge. Ida, what is the problem? What is your major malfunction, you puppy? You're too adorable. When they open the door to let the other dogs out, I'll let you out, okay? Up there goes the turrets again. When you're getting it free, why not, right? Got some pretty good range on them turrets, ain't it? I don't recall if I'm able to put those on a platform saddle. Because that would mean some pretty good range while you're walking around on something. Oh, there's some dead bodies. Oh, hey! It's one of the local fauna. Yep, that was a mantis. Or a manta. Manta ray, basically. Food. Alright. You ready to see some other creatures that aren't aberrants? Alright, I have this thing about parking my creatures. So I'm gonna park this thing and I'll get on my islands map. Now, I basically have turned off structural damage. So if it takes damage, it's an overtime thing instead. Not caused by players and stuff. For example, on Scorched Earth, I keep having to repair my power generator because it takes overtime damage, wear and tear. That's actually the only map where I have to do that. Alright. Alright. Where are you trying to go? You silly little thing. Anyways. Exit to main menu. You are a weird little dog. Easily excited. Oof. I'll have to show you my center map for one thing, by the way, sorry. I'll have to show you my center map for one thing, but for now I'm going to show you my islands map for the vast variety of creatures that came default with this game. I mean, some of them were sent out over time, but these are most of them are the default creatures. Hi there, baby girl. Hi there, baby girl. Whee! Woo! You're a funny puppy. You are so weird. You're so excitable. By the way, ignore the bodies. Those are just offline players. Yes, I've had other players on my single player. I can host. Okay. So, a couple of these have skins on them. My Stega, my normal trike. This is good for if you're trying to tame something. This one is, because it has some kind of gas that it has some kind of gas that it exudes that calms the dinos. This is good for a 3-man scout mission. Quick, but don't expect to turn very fast. It's got a bad turn radius. Let's see. Trying to hide some things because I want to show other things off first. I'm funny like that, aren't I? Alright. These are all shoulder companions that are up here. All of them. Now, if you ever see one of these in the wild, right here, he will come and rob you. Yep, he's a thief. Looks like you have laid an egg. I'll pick that up and put it away. Thank you. But all of these are shoulder companions here, yes. Something's up there and airborne. I mated these two together. I don't know why you're so bloody. Why are you so bloody? And I can't even select you. My husband named these, by the way. Pooper Scooper and Shit for Brains. Yep. Okay, no. Actually, I mated these two together, and this little guy was the product. These guys, by the way, are in Scorched Earth. These particular guys. They are shoulder companions, and when a storm is about to come, they'll kind of squeak and squawk and let you know about it. Oh yeah, there's the chem bench. There's the industrial grill. By the way, it's very colorfully lit, and you'll see why in a little bit. Vaults, all that wonderful stuff. This is the lizard I was talking about that walks up walls and along the ceilings. But that's all it does. It doesn't camouflage itself, and it doesn't glide. These are all the different relics, and this is, or artifacts I should say, except for this one. This is just a trophy. All of those are trophies, too, for defeating the different difficulties of the original 3 bosses. The Brood Mother, the Dragon, and the, I'm going to call him King Kong, but he's not actually named that. Let's see. You've seen the Mammoth. Here's one of my Ikus, which... Why are you bleeding? Don't tell me I've neglected... No, you've got plenty of food. Why are you bleeding? Oh well. Manta! I have yet to figure out what the fuck to feed this thing, but evidently it seems to be surviving on whatever I pick up. Or it just doesn't eat. This is the hyena I was talking about. It's got saddlebags, but you don't ride on it. It holds meat, and the meat that's in its inventory, which by the way is now gone, it is now bad. The meat that's in its inventory, when it picks up meat, it can carry it, and it stays good longer. Named this one after my brother. You can actually ride on his back, or along his shoulders, like, you know, a little kid on his daddy's shoulders, you know. And he has a couple of attacks while you're doing that. One, he does a ground pound, or another one, careful about doing this, he throws you off your back and forward. If you're trying to get away from an enemy and you're not moving fast enough on him, throws you off his back. This is supposed to work similar to an air conditioner. I haven't really seen the actual... I haven't really seen it work that way yet, but it's supposed to. I'm wanting to get to this egg. Gosh damn it. No, I did not want to ride you. There we go. Egg. Normal Ankylo. It's not glowing. It's just colored. Doedicurus. This is a scorched earth creature right here. It's a meat-eating version of this little guy. It specializes in chopping down wood, but or at least that one does. But because it's a smithy, it doesn't get as much of a bonus in carrying wood. Actually, the mammoth gets the wood carrying bonus. These are all meat eaters as well, carnivores. This is a battle healer. Unfortunately, it takes from its own health to do so. This is the gator. This is the smaller of the two gators. This is a raptor, although its skin is kind of acting up. This is a raptor with the bionic skin on it. Saber-tooth, wolves, dire wolves is what they're called. I do have, there is one creature that I don't have spawned in that, there's actually probably a couple of them I don't have spawned in. Dire wolves, there's also dire bears. They recently added the alpha feature to these, where there's a bit of a bonus for being top dog, basically. Now, those two are actually parent to another wolf I have somewhere else. Let's see. These are herbivores. This one will headbutt you. It has a hard head. This is not the original look for this one. This is actually more like a kangaroo. This is just its Easter skin. Drinky, named after the nickname I have for a certain brother-in-law that is married into the same family as I am. Because the way you tame this guy, you follow him at his butt so he doesn't attack you, and you give him beer kegs. You feed him beer passively. You don't knock this sucker out. You passively tame him. This one, you get berries. You want seeds? Put them on this thing. It has an ability to turn berries into seeds. This thing, good for for beginners for pack mule. It carries stuff. It carries pretty well. But like I said, it's good for beginners. So when you're starting off in the game, it's good for that. Let's see. This is mostly seen on Scorched Earth, this thing here. But it is underground a lot as well. These are considered tree climbers. They only go up and down. They will not climb side to side. They will not climb ceilings. They climb trees and up the sides of up walls. That's about it. Alright. These are relatively new. This is a anteater, technically speaking. It's good for it's good for killing bugs. This, it has a move that is good for getting fiber only. We call it the tickle move because it looks like it's tickling. It's what Miss Mom, that bitch, would call a Rex killer for the longest time. They attack you on sight. They're pretty mean. But Oddly enough, they are herbivores. No. I may have met the person, but as far as I know, I don't know him. But this can also, like, if you're going, like, here's something that I always did, at least until they dropped the buff on the beaver for wood carrying, wood capacity, is we'd have someone on a beaver following someone on a Therizino here, and the Therizino would be chopping down trees, and when the Therizino got so full on wood that it couldn't move, the person on the beaver following behind, they'd come up, take all the wood, put it on the beaver, be about 75% lighter, and then rinse and repeat. This is an Allosaur. I named him after one of my friends who has anger issues. I have to show you, I have to get on my center map to show you the fun thing about these things that I really want to show you. I can make 3 others sing. This one is good for scaring enemies and giving, it's basically a battle dino. It's good for scaring your enemies and giving your dinos buffs. Here is the Rex with the tech saddle on it. Not the biggest dino, but or not the biggest carnivore, but it's still pretty big. It is one of like 3 dinos that have a tech saddle. 3 or 4. Let me take care of all these eggs real quick. Let's see, that's full. There we go. Now I've actually shown you everything inside except for the air dinos. I'll show you those in a little bit. This is not the biggest dino. This is the biggest tamed dino, but it is not the biggest dino. In fact, I spawned this one in, didn't even bother with coloring it, because I was trying to make a suggestion to my tribe. For on the go creation of narcotic. I did forget one thing. I put a refrigerator here to store the berries and stuff, but I did not put a normal storage container. This would be where I'd make the narcotics. This is simply to power everything. I cannot actually put a tech generator on a platform saddle. No, I did not want to climb up on you like that. I do not want to drive. No, I want... You see this, right? It says climb down, and it instead throws me in the saddle. Fine. There we go. Okay, this is a relatively new vehicle. It is the motorboat that I've loaded up with tech. And I've actually made it so it can carry dinos. Otherwise, we have the old-fashioned version here. Oh wait, yeah. This one is the raft. This one's the raft. Yes. Wooden. Ignore the red building. That's my husband's testing area. Let's see. Moving along, there's the Oviraptor, which put it in a crowded room with female dinos, and you can get eggs out the wazoo. Make sure it's very well enclosed, and then put and weigh this sucker down so it can't move, like with wood or something, and put it on wander. Because that's how it works. You put this thing on wander and weigh it down so it can't move. It will give all your female dinos an egg boost. Yes, you see what I'm looking at. It is a toilet. You sit on it, you take a shit, you flush it, instant fertilizer. These are the brewers for... Why are these not... Oh my gosh. I've had a couple of issues. I've actually had a couple issues where I've had to come in and reclaim my stuff because it literally forced me to make a new character. There we go. But this is the industrial-sized cooking pot, and these are to brew beer. Simply stated. I actually made this particular map as a learning experience, so this is supposed to have untamed dodos, but I ended up remaking things, so I haven't spawned the new untamed dodos in yet. And then the idea was that they would come in, they'd tame a dodo, and then they'd throw it in here. Yeah. Alright. This may be a bit laggy. Mainly because I actually reached maximum, structure limit here. Oh wait, no, I want to show you over here first. By the way, when I first came here to this particular spot on the map, on this game, on this playthrough, you know, my single player mode, there were actually sharks in here, megalodons, and I did not know about GM buff. I got killed. They attacked me, so I had to start over. Okay, somewhat recent, a giant bee and a beehive. Do you know anything about the Bouncing Betty? Bouncing Betty. They'll sneak up on you. You see the name for that one, right? That's because it's got a 10-passenger saddle on it. That means you have a total of 11 people riding that thing. One of them's driving it, but everyone else is just passenger on it. That's all that's useful for. Its attack doesn't even do damage, it just knocks back. It's more annoying than anything. Alright, we're headed to the biggest, most laggiest part of my place. I've been working on having, like, crew quarters. Extensively small, but very much their crew quarters. I haven't put the doors in yet. This is, by the way, very useless. Recently enough added. It is a cloner. It's expensive and takes for freaking ever. You can tame higher levels than what you're spawning, or than what you're cloning faster than that will allow. This one's somewhat amphibious. It's a meat eater. That's about all I know. This is the bigger croc. What the Spino was fighting on that one map. On the spine though. I painted that. I colored that spine myself. Okay, enough of those. Of this entire place here, those are probably the least interesting. Let's see. This is a Mosa with the bionic skin, but a normal saddle. This big white guy with the glow to him is usually untamable, but you can get meat off of him. This is probably the ugliest one available. Named after the guy that other one was named after, except not the nickname. Drinky back there, you remember? Here's a manta. Do not ever... these guys are a little too easy to drive onto the shoreline, but if you do, they instantly start dying. So you have to take caution with those when you're coming around near shore. These are basically... these two are basically dolphins. Harmless, they'll follow you around, be curious, but that's about it. Passive tames. Electric eel. You can tame them, but I have no idea what else you can do with them. Because you certainly cannot mount them. These two up here, they're slow, but they're actually kind of useful. See, there's actually jellyfish, and if you come across jellyfish, these are the only creatures that... these are the only amphibious creatures that will not... or water creatures that will not be... Actually, they are the only creatures that will come across those jellyfish and laugh at them because they don't get knocked out and stunned. I actually had to close my game down in order to not lose one of those dolphins over there because I got stuck by a... I got stuck with jellyfish, and the jellyfish nearly killed one of those. I went back and closed the game. I closed the game, and it doesn't save if you just close the game out. You have to actually go to the main menu in order to save. But I closed the game out and restarted without them being stuck. Okay, the two large water dinos that can have saddles. A plesiosaur and, yes, you've already seen one, a Mosa. There's a plesiosaur with a normal saddle. There's the platform saddle. And my husband was being funny when he suggested the name for this one. Yes, that is a giant octopus. And yes, it leaves an ink trail with one of its attacks. Now, the Mosa actually has 3 saddles, and you're about to see the other one here in a little bit when I'm ready to show you. Hi there, baby girl. Hi there, baby girl. Hi. Supposedly with this game, if you have higher oxygen, you also swim faster. Now, I have infinite oxygen, but I have an oxygen level. But the only reason I have infinite oxygen is because of my GM buff. It doesn't consume oxygen. By the way, GM Buff is the only one like that. And ow, and I haven't shown you that top floor yet. I will in a little bit. But I'm gonna head over this way again. Hi. Hi there, baby girl. What are you doing in my face again, huh? Lay down. I can't see but half the screen with you sitting there. Lay down. Oh, hey. There's one of those creatures with mantas and stuff tend to latch around them, you know, stay around them, and mantas can be really mean. Untamed ones. I had a Megalodon, but the Megalodon doesn't show as being dead, and yet it also can't be found. Strange as that may sound. Alright, so I actually have 2 water creatures over here from what I recall, unless one of them has disappeared. Here's the Mosa with the tech saddle. Ah, the Mosa with the tech saddle. Like I said, it has 3 saddles. There you go. Tech saddle. This is actually, yes, an underwater base. And I have elevators. I made these into bedrooms, sparsely decorated only because I wanted to leave the rest of it up to whoever would happen to be down here. A lot of crew quarter space though, because that's like 8 bedrooms. Just different hallways. Just each level a hallway, basically. And then here's the bottom. My power source. You can see outside. It's beautiful. This is also relatively new. This thing is the is a teleporter. Basically, you can teleport as long as you have element, or I can't recall if it's element or element shard that powers those things, but as long as you have enough, it can instantly it can teleport you to a different location as long as you have another teleporter somewhere. I actually do have teleporters in various different locations. Admittedly, I'm not gonna use them because it kind of lags things a little bit. The smaller creature seems to have disappeared. There was basically a mobile air tank if you're underwater for long periods of time, and by the way, there in the distance is the jellyfish. Them is some mean little motherfuckers. But the little guy that I can't seem to find on this map right now was, you could mount up on him if the water was deep enough, but you could use him as a air supply. You could literally breathe underwater by using him as an air supply. I don't know where he's gone to. That's the second dino that's just disappeared on me. Reason why I was going to show you the flying dinos last is because I've got other bases. I used to have one on the volcano, but they changed that to where you could not build up there. They deleted the base that was built there. It was really good for metal. It was where we would go and get lots and lots of metal And it wasn't too bad for crystal and obsidian either. Now there are some places that are better for crystal, but they're more dangerous, or at least the mountain used to be not so dangerous. It's active now. What the heck? One of my birds my tappy laid an egg, and it fell through the floor. Sometimes I have that problem. Wrong fridge. Now, when this game first came out, before they added some of these other creatures, the tappy and the tappy was my favorite. All I really cared about when I first played the game was having a Tapejara, a little shoulder companion, and that was it. A shoulder companion for survivability. This is small. This is a small single person flyer for quick reconnaissance. That's about it. Scouting trips. Nothing else. Now, the Tappy, they recently enough came out with a tech saddle as well. So that's like 4 creatures with tech saddles. Because like I said, the Megalodon also... Oh, well, I don't think I said it, but the Megalodon has one. But the Tapejara has this unique, or it used to be unique, maneuverability while airborne. Well, the Griffin kind of stole that. Which one? Oh. Oh, you're letting him know so you can let him in. But yeah, once the Griffin came out, the Tappy became obsolete because, you know, it's faster than the Tapejara, and it has some pretty good maneuverability as well. The Griffin does. I have friendly fire off, so I'll show you this. These creatures can actually carry about the same thing that the Quetzal can. They're big enough for it, they're strong enough for it, but the reason why they are in such high demand is because they're faster, and there's a fire. This one's a female fire. Poison. Electric. There's actually one more that came out, but I haven't spawned it in for this map yet. And yes, I built the entire bridge. It was not easy. I built the entire thing, which means all the columns... Hello, Fast.
What's up? Who said fat? Who said that first?
Ruby.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. First time in a while that I've gotten on since... I don't know if they've told you. Or if you even care to know. I mean,
conversations are always nice. I'm always happy to get on and have a conversation.
Alright. I won't tell you about it unless you're interested in knowing.
Like I said, I'm okay with conversation.
Okay. So, I don't know if you know Duh and Deer Hunter.
Never heard the name.
Alright, they used to be on my friends list.
By the way you said that, somebody fucked up somewhere.
Deer Hunter's son, we were playing GTA all together, and Deer Hunter's son was killing Duh on a killing rampage.
Yeah.
And I was frustrated because he always is doing this kind of shit. So I asked him to stop, and I called him a name. Next thing I know, I've lost 4 friends in a matter of 2 days.
It's hard for me to lose friends, but that's okay.
I had never lost friends like that.
If I lose friends, it's not from them deleting me, it's from me deleting them because of the way they treat other people I play online with.
Well, that's the only way I'd lost friends on here was because I had deleted them. Whether it was because of how they treated friends of mine or how they treated me. And it usually is pretty severe when I unfriend. And I mean like severe. One of them, I've blocked 2 people on PSN in my entire career of playing PSN. One of them threw a bitch fit when I found out she'd been lying, and she did some pretty bad lies. Who lies about stillborn twins? Ida, lay down. You're in my screen view. I know you want attention and you want to go outside, but you gotta lay down. I am busy. We'll go out.
Coming to a party I met in the day, and he came to a party and invited a couple of the people I've been playing with on PSN for quite some time. Like, I helped that dude on GTA get like the best start he could ever think of. And he come in there and started screaming the word nigger, and I mean, he wouldn't stop. Every other word was nigger. I'm like, dude, I can't, you need to stop that. So I kicked him out of that party and I deleted him. He sends the other dude message saying, did you fucking kick me out, you nigger? I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind if he says it like, you know, every now and then like he's getting mad, but when you're saying it every other word without, you know, being mad, no.
That is bad.
I'm not racist to people. I never have been. I mean, yes, to me there is a difference between a black person and a nigger, but still, you're not going to call someone who like has hardly said anything to you a nigger straight out of the blue.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And that dude has been on GTA for a while. He's helped me out. I've helped him out. He's helped everybody I play with on GTA.
Yeah. But I've not even touched GTA when I found out that at least 2 of them, the 2 most important ones to me, Duh and Deer, had unfriended me, and I didn't even realize until later on that they'd blocked me.
Jeez.
But yeah, I was frustrated. I called Deer Hunter's son a dumbass by accident. I didn't mean to, and I didn't even get a chance to say anything about it. I was just blocked.
I don't really let it push me too hard. If I lose friends, it's okay. There's plenty more people there in the world that are playing. Oh, drop them fucking C4s.
Yeah, but I'd known these guys for a while. I thought they were better than that, you know, and
Fuck.
I thought we were pretty good friends. Then they blocked me like that. But I've been kind of down because of it since then. I'm only on because I had a really good night last night. Played some D&D with my brother-in-law, his and my husband. And it was funny. I mean, we're talking about my husband my husband scared the shit out of an orc that we were fighting, and we're talking about this guy leaving a nice little poo trail.
Ew, gross.
It was funny. Situationally, it was hilarious. Okay, Ida, it sounds like they're being let out. Wow, yes. For what? Oh, okay. Have the dogs been out yet? Ida hasn't been. Do you mind letting her out real quick? They're about to head off to pay rent. Oh, dear. But yeah, it was upsetting, so I've kind of been avoiding being on for a bit. Ricky and Goldie and David here know about it.
Yeah, I'm on pretty much every day, but I don't show it online.
Yeah.
Like, I've been online since about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, and I haven't been posted online all morning.
Yeah, I had originally set myself to invisible too, because all I did, like literally the only thing until now that I've done when I get on the PlayStation is watch Netflix or Hulu.
I don't have Hulu, but I got Netflix. I love Netflix.
I got Hulu from my sister, from my brother-in-law and his fiance.
How the fuck are these people getting fucking orders? Assholes.
What game?
The fuck? Call of Duty.
Okay.
I've been playing the new one like crazy. I was playing it a lot yesterday.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was playing GTA. Like, there's only 2 games I really play because the only 2 games I have for online.
Oh, yeah. I've played a lot of GTA. I'm finally reaching... I think I finally broke 110 recently. But like I said, I've been off of it for a little bit.
Yeah, my level's a little up there.
I believe it. I mean, you know, you're talking about having helped this one person, and then he's just like cussing you out.
If Ricky's in your ask Ricky what level I am. He'll tell you.
Ricky's been... Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For me, nowadays, the rank is just a number. I don't need money, and I have plenty of cars to go around the world.
Yeah, I'm trying to get money because of the fact that that I've still got stuff I want to get. Yeah, but it's gonna be a while before I'm ready to play GTA. Cause
if you need help playing, you can always let me know. Oh, son of a bitch!
These two people that I told you blocked me for name calling when I didn't even mean to. Yeah, David told me last night. It'll be about 24 hours before they can actually get back on, at least.
I'm always wanting to play more and help people out.
But like I was saying, these two people who blocked me, they were the main reason I played. Like, they were incredibly helpful.
Yeah, wait till you see how help I've gotten.
Well, let me tell you that in about a month or two's time, I went from having nothing but a 10-car garage with apartment, and then another 10-car garage, and one of those 10-car garages full of ballers to sell, and the other one full of pretty well garbage cars.
Oh, you guys do that duplication shit, don't you?
We did the duplication shit, but yes, I went from having those two garages only to having a facility with the Avenger, a bunker with the mobile ops, a CEO building, no businesses on that one. I don't plan on having them. And an MC with
Actually,
2
the crates are
businesses.
looking good.
And my 2 MC businesses have unlimited supply. I don't have to run supply.
I don't really worry about running them anymore. I just buy them. My person's got so much money. I don't have to worry about stealing supplies. I can buy them and it doesn't even touch what I have in the game. My person literally has that much money. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, it makes a difference for me at the moment. So I'm kind of. What'd he say? Okay. Yeah, my husband actually got hacked a while back himself, and he had to call Sony to get it recovered. Yeah.
Haha, stuck through the grenade.
And who would that be? Because I need to make sure I'm not friends with them. Let me go ahead and make sure I don't have them then.
Foxtrot? Yeah, I know for sure that's not a name on my list. Like, I don't even have to go back and look. I know for damn sure that's not a name on my list.
Okay.
Oh, right in the door, right next to you. How you feeling? Maybe a little crispy? I hate bouncing baddies. I fucking hate all y'all people.
Oh, you're playing that, you're playing,
World War II.
World War II, yeah. I'm showing David a game that I sometimes play, mostly single player, but I'm wanting to find out what server Moose is on, because he's on one that someone has set up that has, like, faster speeds for certain things, tames and whatnot. I'm wanting to find out what server he's on, because that sounds like a fun server.
Damn, these people are trash, camping in every spot known to man.
Alright, here we go.
Wow. You're gonna camp our spawn, have a person camping your spawn. Wow, you guys are camping motherfuckers.
Looks like I do not know this Charlie Foxtrot. I've got 23 requests, though. So I'm gonna find out.
Damn.
Well, thankfully I can say that I do not have any requests from the player either.
For real, guys, you cannot see that in the fucking floor. Get your eyeballs out of your asses and fucking try and look around at something.
So, David, an interesting thing about this particular bird. I see. If you want to go and talk to him for a if you want to go and talk to him, it's all right. You can always come back to the chat when you're done talking if you want to do that. Alright.
Man, I never get that kind of luxury being told I'm talking to somebody else.
If you've already got the invite, yeah. Alright, so David, the thing about this particular bird, it swims, and it eats fish only, which reminds me I need to check. It's got all rotten meat. Eek. I'm gonna need to take it out hunting. It's been a while since I've dealt with anything for these. This is the teleporter room to this place, as I was saying. I've got teleporters. There's another one of those things. Gosh, this thing's incredibly slow on the ground. Can't really ride any dinos through this particular area.
Bam.
Yeah. Yep. These are the parents of that first saber. I actually did breed on here. Oh yeah, here's a terror bird.
The who?
Terror bird. I'm showing David Ark. And I was telling him, I was asking him if he knew what a bouncing Betty is, because I've basically got one as a dino. It burrows underground, and if it's a wild one, it will catch you by surprise and attack you.
Isn't a bouncing Betty an explosion device back used in the older wars?
Yeah, but they catch you by surprise, don't they?
Bouncing Betties, I sure as hell hope so. Unless you have good eyes and they stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, that's basically what these bouncing Betties do too. Alright.
And that's an animal?
I named it Bouncing Betty.
Oh, okay. Now that makes more sense. If you're saying an animal's named Bouncing Betty, I want to know what the fuck that bitch looks like. I know they got them spiders that can hide their masses underground somewhere and fucking suck you in. The snakes that can hide underground and suck you in. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit like that, but yeah. And I'm not much for spiders in the fact that I know that. And I hate snakes, and that I know that too. it, but I got one on the back of my left upper thigh.
I don't care for spiders at all. Like, I have this terrible thing about arachnophobia.
Who?
Arachnophobia.
What the hell is that?
Fear of spiders.
Okay. Well, I know there's a movie that has zero spiders. I don't like spiders anymore, and I already hate them more. You ever seen the movie called Eight-Legged Freaks?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that makes me hate spiders more than anything in the world.
Don't worry, I don't intend on watching it.
Well, this guy does he does experiments on spiders, and he accidentally spills this experiment, and it causes the spiders to have an increasingly large growth. So your biggest spider in the
giant
shop
spiders, I've seen scenes of it. I have no intent to see it.
Bitch,
my husband knows that I don't care for any kind of bug, really. So one time he went and got a ant's background for my phone.
Please don't say these people are camping at my spawn point. I'd be a little pissed off. Yeah, I'd have killed somebody. If that happened to me, somebody would be dying. I can watch them on TV, I can watch them on screens, I can watch people fuck with them. But the second you take it out of that cage and say, here, hold it, boy, I'm going to tell you to fuck off, how to get there, and where to go after you're done doing that.
Yep.
When I say I don't like animals, I don't like them. They look good in a tank. Absolutely. Has this got a lag or something? God damn.
By the way, I have a funny thing about my husband. He played, he played, gosh damn, I'm trying to think. He didn't play the latest one, but he had like Black Ops, the first Black Ops that came out. And one thing I remember watching him do was, oh, I wonder who else is watching. Whoever that is, hello. But I remember watching him play Black Ops, and what he would do, just to be a dick, because he was actually doing a pretty good job at it. He'd have the tomahawks and throwing knives, I believe it was. And that's what he would equip, just, to be a dick. He'd run around and be killing people. Just by that. That's it. That's all he would do.
I can't stand any one of them, not even a new one.
Honestly, the only reason I ever played it was the zombie mode, and I played it with my husband, and if he happened to have anyone join us. Usually it was just him.
Up on like a bunch of pansies?
Usually it just was me and my husband, though. Oh, we played that shit on Xbox. That's when he had Xbox only. I don't know who this wanna be a rich kid is.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got like 3 close friend requests right now, and that's out of the 23 friend requests I have. Three of them are close friends, and I'm like, I don't even fucking know you. And it's not like there's an option to delete the friend request either. You have to hold it down, hold your finger on it for a little bit, or at least for my phone. You have to hold your finger on it and then have the option pop up.
That little bitch in his fucking camera spot on a fucking big old heavy machine gun. What a bastard. Yeah, if you at least hear me yelling fucking names, it's because I'm yelling at the TV screen, more or less.
Yeah.
It's fucking Call of Duty, eating shit up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can finally almost prestige my fucking mountain class. That'd be nice.
I think here in a little bit, while I load up the next map to show David, I think I'll show David the Allosaurs, and then I will work on showing him my Scorched Earth. I think while I load up my next map, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. Unless David's done watching.
I've got 40 care packet or 40 supply drops.
I get laggy, but it's basically showing me that I've got no viewers. That's why I was saying that. Yeah. Long distance. Back to the base. You know how I, like, remember how I was last map about parking my dinos? Ah, that's what that is. Because it shows I have 1 viewer back. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I have an app on my phone that allows me to check stuff, because otherwise, if I were to do it, my stream would just... You would see this stream has stopped screen, and, you know, you wouldn't see anything. Yep, there's your invitation. Alrighty. Now, the island that I've based my big base on that I was showing you around, David, that is called, to most players, Herbivore Island. And then there is Carnivore Island all the way over that way somewhere. Name speaks for itself.
Does it?
Well, Herbivore Island is covered in herbivores unless you populate it with something else. And Carnivore Island is populated in carnivores unless you manage to build a base there. Like, nothing else spawns at these 2 islands except those things.
Damn. I'm trying to do another challenge on the fucking Call of Duty, and it's not as fun as it sounds because you need to get 35 kills with a handgun. Ah! Oh, I heard that. Ooh, that was quick. That was hurtful.
I'm having to recuperate stamina. For some reason, it's using stamina. I thought I told it not to.
Ah!
And it's not like I can swim with this thing, because it will knock me off and it'll just be flying around.
Ow. Give me like 13 more kills with my freaking handgun, I'll be alright. Bitch. Oh shit, my bad, dude. Completely wrong button. My bad. Not really. Oh, motherfucker. It's good once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, I never quite get the hang of it, though.
Why is it someone's gonna blow me up with a fucking bomb, like bitches? Yeah, I was hearing you guys play it.
Oh, yeah? Oh, if it's a battling game, I probably don't play it then. I probably
These people
won't.
are straight trash.
Never played it.
Wow, God,
Don't know
camping.
about
You guys
either
are
one of
trash.
them.
Tiny Tank was a good game. Oh my god, if you guys are gonna camp, then fucking go to a different fucking session. Fuck.
But, I otherwise have, let's see, I'll have to go through all my games and show, and tell you what they are, David.
Wow.
I know I have Minecraft, DC, Universe Online, Star Trek Online. It's actually not too bad. I've got heroes and villains. I run about half and half. I have one that's maxed out though, because I didn't run, I didn't really run the heroes much, because the people I played with way back when were villains. They played as villains, but they were incredibly helpful with me. Actually, I'm at this point one of the only 3 people still in the in the thing with them.
What a bunch of camping fucking pansies.
Oh, come on. Alright, I'm gonna load this up and go to the bathroom while I'm loading it. Be right back.
I hate people who fucking camp in this game unless you have a legit reason. I mean, I do it if I'm using sniper class and there's a actually like legit reason doing that. But if you're just camping just to camp and somebody spawn, get the fuck off Call of Duty. Nobody wants to deal with that shit with you. I need like 13 kills with a pistol. I got another resistant supply drop. I've got so many of those drops, I won't even open them. I've got, like I said, I got 40 supply drops I can open, but I'm waiting. I need to change my fucking grenades next time we go back into the fucking lobby. I keep forgetting. Fuck. Where the fucking hell were you?
Alrighty, I'm back.
I almost got... What the fuck?
Turns out I'm in the right place to do this. Already. I spawned in at the right place.
Wow, camping again, are we? Dude, that was gay. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Yep, making them sing. Alright, I'm actually gonna move this one.
Fuck, so I'm leaving this game. You know, people are fucking camping way too hard.
But yeah, I'll hop on GTA when I'm feeling more up to it.
See, that or this, that's all I play, because I don't have really any more online games. Like, the other two games sitting right here in front of me is Black Ops 3, which is actually a buddy of mine's, and I got Fallout 4. I got that, and I got Wolfenstein 3 over at another buddy's house, and I don't know what the hell that game was in my backpack. What's in there? Why did I Fallout 4 twice?
I used to play Fallout 4, and then I got, then my husband got, Skyrim SE for me on the PC. By the way, David, these guys sleep during the daytime, but they are beasts at night. That's what I was showing you. Probably just gonna end up re-showing you certain dinos. I mean, there's the lizard.
Oh,
Wall
shit.
climber, Icus, beaver, yeah, Anky. The only difference that you'll be seeing is like color, because some of them I tend to color a certain way. I don't think I've got the Griffin here at this base. By the way, all the lighting is something that's relatively new.
Oh, shit.
And it's actually rather powerful lighting, as you can tell. Almost blinding to some extent. That's what the lighting is. That's the tech lighting that they came out with. Alright, looks like you're about to see how this works, because where I'm going, it's a good enough distance that I don't feel like flying one of them big monsters down to it. Oh.
Wow. That was supposed to be automatic. Thanks a lot, Ken. Really, it's really appreciated to see you don't work.
It's also underground here.
Oh my god, people, you're so trash. Hopefully you're proud of your camping selves. Oh my god.
I don't think I currently have anything in the nursery. But this is where I'd be breeding all my stuff at.
I fucking hate people.
Oh, yep, there's my Griffin. Hey? Wait, what? I've already done that. I sent all 4 of them friend requests as soon as I realized they weren't on my friends. Bobby, Star, Deer Hunter, and Duh. No, they wouldn't know it if they blocked me, but I still sent it. I can't send them another one until they've either declined or accepted.
Actually, you can cancel and resend it.
Well, I have to?
You don't have to, but you can.
Okay. These are compies, by the way. He should already have a friend's request from me. That's what I'm saying. If I don't need to, then I'm not going to. He should already have a friend request. Alright. If it doesn't show up, then I probably will. And yes, those were unicorns. It's simply a variation of the of the Ikus, of the horse. You know, I'm gonna take Flash because I got more dinos to show you. And there are several caves to take to get down to where I'm at for this base. But like if I take you through one, you'll notice that it's very dangerous if I'm not in if I don't have my cheat on. And it's a long distance. No matter which way I go. It is nice. Because I did not mean to say what I said. Yeah. All of us, yeah. Yeah. Which is another reason why I was very saddened by the fact that they decided to do that. Did it show up for him?
Oh my god. Stop
Wait.
camping, bunch of fucking assholes.
Cam? Okay. Yeah. If Star has me blocked, he's not gonna be able to join. Alright. I know he unfriended me. That's the only reason I was saying that. Hello. Yeah, I got that. Alright. There we go. And send.
God, really?
Yeah, I sent a, oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. But I really didn't mean to say what I said. I know you can't take words back once they're said. But that wasn't what I got frustrated about. Yeah. Yeah, well, nothing was said when I got blocked either, so I didn't even know what was up. Alright. Alright. Well. Yep. Honestly, this is the first day I've been on to talk to anybody since I found out everybody unfriended me. I heard about that, and my husband got hacked at some point, so I do know what it's like. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Honestly, I understand where you're coming from on that one. My husband's account got hacked a while back. And, someone had put his account as main on their PlayStation. He'd given nobody any authorization to do any of that. So he had to call them up and tell them that, you know, these people are not authorized. I want this PlayStation as my main. And since they had already done... That's alright. Since they had already done all the stuff to change that, it was supposed to not happen another month or so, like, you know, another 3 months, I think, actually. But since he called and told them that he's been hacked and that's not supposed to be where his account is main at, they changed it for him, and now they couldn't, and then they couldn't change it back. And I think he went and changed his information again. Yeah. As Murder Johnson? Huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not supposed to be showing up. Mhm. Mhm. Uh-huh. Yeah, did PSN refund you any of the losses? All right. Wait, it was your GTA that also that they spent all the money on? Well, I figured it was everything. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, that's good. Yeah. Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. No, I mean, they upped their cost, didn't they? Wow. The only reason we knew that my husband was getting hacked is because he'd be logged in and then suddenly he'd be booted off. I mean, tell me there's not... Yeah. But we managed to, like, stop it before anything happened. David, I'm gonna guess that you're done watching. No, it's alright. No, it's alright. I'm gonna go ahead and close the game down and turn off my browser.